Hi guys, today we're going to react to EQUUS by NE OBLIVISCARIS. First time reaction. This is a Buy Me a Coffee request from Dan W60. Thank you, Dan, for introducing us to a new band and for all your ongoing support. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much, Dan, for this request, and thank you for your ongoing support. You've been absolutely amazing, and we appreciate you. Ne Oblivescaris is actually an Australian band. I am not familiar with their music. I know of the band because I've heard the name many times, and it's one that you don't forget. I believe Ne Oblivescaris in Latin means do not forget. I'm actually looking forward to hearing them for the first time, so this is a first-time reaction for me as well.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. Firstly, the rhythm, the rapid drum bass is the first thing that caught my attention. It's relentless. It injects a sense of unease throughout the song. We have two vocalists there. The lead vocalist has a phenomenal voice, and there's another vocalist that accompanies with harsh vocals. The violins are a brilliant addition to the theme and severity of the song. I think I made a mistake because I couldn't help but notice Dan's notes So I view the song with a certain bias. I know what it's about. They're talking about wildfires that happened in Australia 5 years ago, according to Dan. And the feel of the music video encapsulates that. There's a dancer there that performs on what seems to be a scorched earth kind of scenario. Everything's burned, everything's gone. Also, Dan in his notes added that this song is close to him because he too in Texas lost a lot of land due to wildfires. The subject matter is devastating here, and the song relays that energy magnificently. I feel burdened because the subject matter is so severe. But again, I come with a bias.
Yeah, I agree with you that knowing a little bit about what the song is about kind of gave that reveal. But I think it's pretty clear when you start going through the lyrics and the way the video shows it to you as well. I did not know what to expect as far as how the band would sound. I had a feeling they're going to be sort of like some sort of a dark metal band. I did not know they had two vocalists. So in the beginning, what actually caught me was the violins. I thought that was really beautiful, and then started going into it. I expected harsh vocals. I'm not sure why. I thought that's what we were going to get here. And then he opened his mouth, and what a beautiful voice. It just blew me away. And then the harsh vocals come in, and they are singing almost at the same time, like kind of on top of each other, and singing different things, actually different lyrics from each one of them. Yeah. I thought that was excellent, and it actually passes on the feeling of unease that you get with the song. And at one point the scream just gave me images of like someone being burnt alive, because these bushfires that happened during 2019 and 2020, a lot of people died, a lot of animal life, a lot of land, as you put it, was lost. So the loss of human and animal life and destruction of habitat was devastating to Australia. It happens here every so often, not that often, thankfully, but yeah, that was a big one for this whole country. And then hearing from Dan that similar things happened in the US, the devastation, and recently on the California fires, and it's just fire, it's a big one all over the world. So a lot of people can actually relate to this, making this song all the more important, I think. And the visuals are just strangely gorgeous. I'm watching it and it's just captivating. This is a thinking band, and I like that. And the way the lyrics are put together, a lot of it, I have to admit, I don't understand. There's a lot of stuff there that is to do with something, and I'm not sure exactly where it's coming from. This one's going to take some further readings and actually looking into it to know exactly what they mean with each verse. But wow, I got goosebumps when it started, and I still have goosebumps now. That's how affecting I find this song to be.
think this section, to me, it conveyed distilled helplessness because it showed the fire raging. I think that's the rapid drum bass. I think that's what it expresses, the raging fire and the helplessness of the people to stop it. And the violins, they lead the tragic tone in all of this event. It's emotion translated into song. They're trying to deliver that pain that these people felt. Again, I come with a bias, so it saves me the need to decipher what they mean from the thematic language of the song, and it hits me right on the nerve.
Yeah, also initially from the title, EQUUS, I thought, why a horse and how does that relate to the fires and everything? The one thing that it brought to my mind, well, the one thought that popped to mind was the Four Horsemen. And when we got to that section here, it kind of confirmed that because there's a line that says, her name is Mother, Mother, and hell follows with her. It's from the Bible, but I know it from Pale Rider, the movie with Clint Eastwood, which is where I was first acquainted with that line. It goes on to say, from ashen cities, gray auras, behold her pale horses. Pale Rider on the pale horse. Yeah, it just sort of confirmed that for me, which is awesome. Something about this song is so affecting, so intense, you just can't escape it. It's like you're watching it, it's amazing. The harsh vocals with the violins here in this section, that was intense. It sounds great, but also almost to the point of unpleasantness. It puts you in that spot. It's just so, like I said, affecting. There was a line there that especially got my attention. Tears upon scorched dreams, pouring into chasms that seethe. That whole imagery, tears upon scorched dreams. It's beautifully written and beautifully performed. The visuals, I just couldn't look away.
It's something nurtured for so long, gone in an instant as the fire consumes it. And also, her name is Mother and hell follows with her. Mother Nature, when you look at it from a technical point of view, she's both life and death at the same time. She creates life in abundance and she kills indiscriminately with natural disasters and everything. So in that particular instance, she is death and hell follows with her, which goes to show it's actually saying in the song that this was a natural disaster.
It's both incredibly sad and beautiful at the same time. Yeah.
Something I haven't mentioned, I didn't notice it right away, but it's very accentuated. It's like a requiem. There's heavy mourning in the song and frustration. It's not a song that's supposed to give you solace. It's a song supposed to convey pain and bring you to the shock and horror that the people who suffer these events feel. And it does a very good job in doing that. They're in mourning over all the lives that perish and over everything that got destroyed. It's like the entire nation is in open wounds. Very intense.
Yeah, they show it. The woman there was black from looking like burnt, and she was holding a horse skull. And then later they're holding human skulls. I think that you sort of hit right on it there, because there's also an element of frustration and almost like a feeling of, I don't know how to term it, but it's like waste. It's like this shouldn't have happened, because they're addressing the fact that this was caused by people. This was something that should have never happened. It's all caused by human action. There was a verse there that said, inhaling the spirit of rain and ruin, all the rage, exhaling what remains of reason and this misery. Exhaling what remains of reason. It's like, this should not have happened. There was no reason for this. Throughout the song, in many spots, it keeps referring to, is this a memory or a dream? Did this really happen? It's like, did people really do this? And those lines saying, you know, fear and pain, all never to be free of these memories. Like, this is something that will never be forgotten because of the level of damage. And it ends with a line that says, you know, lost in tears of silence. Totally devastating.
Yeah, the immense amount of pain and loss, the people who are talking about it, they can't process it. Even when much time passes, that level of damage is very hard to process and deal with. They're going to have PTSD for a long, long time.
Yeah, and also that it's incomprehensible that this was caused by people. I think that also is the reason for the musical elements, the sort of contrasts in there that are not supposed to go together, and they go together and they create this feeling of, like I said, unease. But this whole song, it's like you can feel the immense emotional weight of it.
Yeah.
Just beautiful. The one word that keeps popping into my mind is how affecting it is. It's like if you watch it, you cannot not be affected by it. You can't escape it. Yeah.
It's like the whole song is one giant cry of pain.
But still, somehow, as an artistic piece, as an artistic creation, just beautiful.
Yeah, the intent behind it, it's really precise. Enough is conveyed for us to realize how severe it is.
And you can tell how important it was to the band as well. A 12.5-minute opus. It's just beautiful. Thank you, Dan, for this absolutely amazing request, for actually really kind of introducing us to NE OBLIVISCARIS and to this amazing song. This was deep and dark. Thanks a lot. We appreciate this specific request, as we appreciate everything that you've sent our way so far. It's been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dan, for the introduction to NE OBLIVISCARIS. This song was quite an experience. More like this would be much appreciated, and thank you for all your support. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you get notified on all our future videos. If you have a song in mind you'd like us to react to, please make your request through BuyMeACoffee. The link is at the top of the description below. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
Now this song will be added to our Australian reactions playlist, basically our playlist of everything that we've reacted to that is Australian music. Check them out. There's a lot of very different stuff in there that we're sure that you would like. Thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate all the support coming our way. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks again, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.